the hereafter, al-Qiyamah, does not only mean the end of the world. Whoever dies, then that is his Qiyamah. As the Prophet ﷺ said in a Sahih Hadith, مَنْ مَاتَ فَقَدْ قَامَتْ قِيَامَتُهُ. Whoever dies, then their last hour has come. And Allah says in the Quran, and worship your Lord. He's talking to the Prophet ﷺ. Worship your Lord until the yaqeen arrives to you. Al-yaqeen means death here, death. The Prophet ﷺ told us that everyone will taste the sakarat of death. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, وَجَاءَتْ سَكْرَةُ الْمَوْتِ بِالْحَقِّ. The intoxications of death have come in reality. And Rasul ﷺ himself used to feel the intoxications of death. He said when he was dying, he used to wipe his forehead and he would say, Subhanallah, inna lil mawti la sakarat. Glory be to Allah. To death there really are intoxications. So now the question is, طيب, we learned about all of this. How does the soul exit the body? And is there a difference between the believer and the disbeliever? Yes, there is. And he said, إِنَّ الْمُؤْمِنَ إِذَا كَانَ بِانْقِطَاعٍ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا. He talks about the believing soul now. Starts off with the believing soul. إِنَّ الْمُؤْمِنَ إِذَا كَانَ بِانْقِطَاعٍ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا. The believing person, when he is about to depart from this world, to be detached from the world, وَإِقْبَالٍ مِنَ الْآخِرَةِ. And he is almost about to go into the hereafter. نَزَلَ إِلَيْهِ مَلَكَانِ بِيضُ الْوُجُوهِ كَأَنَّ وُجُوهَهُمُ الشَّمْسُ. Two beautiful angels will come down from the sky. They have got beautiful faces full of light, as if their face is the sun itself. That's how much light they have. وَمَعَهُمْ حَنُوطٌ مِنَ الْجَنَّةِ وَأَكْفَانٌ مِنَ الْجَنَّةِ. They have perfume from paradise, and they have a shroud from paradise. And then they wrap him, and they place the perfume in him, and the angel of death is there. And he says to the soul of the believer, come out to a pleasure from your Lord. Come out to a luxury that you are going to receive from your Lord. أَيَّتُهَا الرُّوحُ الطَّيِّبَةِ. O beautiful, pure soul. The Prophet ﷺ said, the soul of the believer comes out, or the angel of death takes it out, in this way. Just like water spilling from a jug. Can you imagine water spilling from a jug? How does it spill out? You can see it. It spills out softly, smoothly, purely, beautifully. There are no obstacles in coming out. كَفِيِّ السِّقَاء. And the two angels, they don't allow the angel of death to hold it for long at all. For as soon as they can, they take the soul off him and they place it in this beautiful shrouding and perfume from Jannah. And they climb up with it into the heavens. And every angel that it passes by, because there are angels everywhere, on earth, in between the skies, as you're going, at the first level, everywhere. Angels are uncountable. And each time it passes an angel, or a group of angels, they say, مَنْ هَذِهِ الرُّوحُ الطَّيِّبَةِ. Whose beautiful soul is this? And the angels who are carrying it will say, فُلَانِ ibn فُلَانِ, so-and-so, son of so-and-so. بِأَحْسَنِ الْأَسْمَاءِ الَّذِي كَانُوا يُسَمُّونَهُ بِهَا. With the best names that he was ever called with on this earth. The angels, there are angels at the gates of the first sky. And they say, who is this soul for, this beautiful son? And they'll call it by its beautiful names. And they ask for the gates to be opened for it. And the gates will be opened. And then it reaches the second. And every time it passes by a group of angels, they'll say the same thing and welcoming it. Imagine that, ya akhwan. You've just now departed from the world and there is a welcoming from a creation made of light. There is no darkness in there. There is no hatred. You are the famous one. You are popular among these enormous creatures, beautiful creatures you've never eyes laid on. And no one else can see this. And if we hadn't been told by Allah and His Messenger, we wouldn't have known this reality. We only say what Allah and His Messenger tell us. For we believe in what they tell us of the unseen. It says it reaches a point very high. And then by the time the body is prepared for burial, the soul, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala orders them to return the soul back. This is in the hadith of the Prophet. I'm continuing. He says, take it back. فَمِنْهَا خَلَقْنَاهُمْ وَفِيهَا نُعِيدُ وَمِنْهَا نُخْرِجُهُمْ تَارَةً أُخْرَى. From the soil we created the body, and to them, and to it we will return them, and from it we will resurrect them once again. Return the soul back to the body. It's going to be questioned in the grave. and they return it into the body. Prophet ﷺ said, then two angels will come to him. Munkarun wa nakir. Munkar wa nakir. It is an Arabic terminology of creatures that are unknown, unidentified, unknown. Munkar, meaning don't know what it is. Nakir, even more unknown. So the angels will come and they will wake him up and say, Man Rabbuk? They'll ask him three questions. Man Rabbuk? Who is your Lord? وَمَا دِينُك? What is your religion? وَمَاذَا تَقُولُ بِالرَّجُلِ الَّذِي بُعِثَ فِيكُمْ? And what do you say about that man who was sent as a messenger among you? And he will say, my Lord is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I believed in him and worshipped him. My religion is Islam, and the man is my prophet. I heard about him and I believed in him and followed him. And the angels will say to him, sleep or rest. Rest, for what is going to come is going to be better. O beautiful soul. And then he is told to look, or she is told to look to their left. And a little opening, a gateway is opened. And they see hellfire burning itself. Terrible, terrible place. And they will say to him, I don't know if it's Munkar wa Nakir or other angels that will be there. They will say to him, nevertheless, look at that. And the person in the grave moves away. Says, that is your place. That is your place. And Allah created that place for you. But because you chose to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you have saved yourself from that place. You will never go in there. And they close it. Then they open a door from the right. And he sees paradise, palaces, beauty, nur, undescribable beauty. And he loves it. And they say to him, this is what is awaiting for you now. You have earned it and you are going there. This is your kingdom. But as soon as he sees that, the Prophet ﷺ says, the person in the grave says, dua, makes a dua, says, Allahumma Rabbi aqim as-sa'a. Ya Rabbi aqim as-sa'a. Oh my Lord, let the world end. Let the world end hatta adhaba ila ahli wa mali. So I may go to my family and belongings in paradise. I want to go there. Please end it quickly. He wants the world to erupt so he can go there because of what he has seen. This is the body that we have. And there is a soul. Allah told us in the Quran, وَيَسَأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الرُّوحِ قُلِ الرُّوحُ مِنْ أَمْرِ رَبِّي. They ask you about the soul. You don't know much about it. Say it is a matter that's only known by my Lord. وَمَا أُوتِيتُ مِنَ الْعِلْمِ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. I've only given very little amounts of knowledge. Rasul ﷺ said, it is being told to him. So we have a ruh, a soul inside of us. This soul, my dear brothers and sisters, actually doesn't perish. According to the Quran and Sunnah, the soul stays. The body perishes. All these feelings that you feel right now on this world are different to the feelings that the soul feels. It is a little bit similar, if you want a bit of an example, to when you're asleep. You could probably look at a person who is asleep and you see their body sound asleep as if they're peaceful. Isn't that correct? But sometimes you may have a nightmare and you're struggling, and there are people who feel pain during the night and they think it's real. And then suddenly they wake up and they're breathing heavily. They say, why didn't you stop me? Why didn't you come and help me? If someone's there, you say, well, you were sleeping peacefully. And they don't see what you're going through. And sometimes you'd be in a total bliss and beauty in your dreams. And on the outside, you can't see it. It's just the body sleeping. Similar to that, but on more of a real scale, reality. This is how what happens when you're actually dead. The body, khalas, it's dead. You look at it, it's dead. It's decaying, it goes into soil. There's no more existence to it. But what actually goes into that next life is the soul. And the soul is returned to the grave. In a world that you and I cannot see or witness. Just similar to how when your body is there and your soul is there, but you're asleep and it's somewhere else, but it's still there. That's why you're still alive. And it goes into a world called البرزخ. If you open up a grave, you won't see this. But what this occurrence, all these things that are happening, they are happening in the world called البرزخ. And البرزخ is mentioned in the Quran. But before I explain it, the literal definition of the word barzakh is a barrier. Islamically, al-Barzakh is the existence of a unique and different reality, a world of a different and unique reality between this world and between the Day of Judgment. It's not the Day of Judgment and it's not this world. It's a world in between there where the soul survives there. The soul is there temporarily. Where the souls are detained outside of the body. It is the world of the dead.
Until people forget about him and the Imams stop mentioning him.
Remind ourselves, what is the wisdom? What is the purpose? Why is it